So, not long ago, I did a little thing where we ranked animated films, Pixar and DreamWorks.
Yeah, you did it for the for Patreon.
Yeah. And there was a few you hadn't. I was surprised that there was a few DreamWorks films you hadn't seen.
Yeah,
including Brave, which kind of blew my mind a little bit.
Well, Brave is Pixar, but
I didn't say which genre I was talking about.
You just said there were a few DreamWorks films that you were surprised I hadn't seen.
Oh, and Pixar films. So anyway, but yeah, Brave was one of them.
Can you make sense, please?
We're gonna watch Brave.
I'm wondering if we can do a quick role-playing game here. We do a quick role play? Yeah, like.
Am I gonna pretend to be a bear? And
No.
I'm
your
bear mom, and
no.
You changed me into the bear, so now we gotta no.
No, you're like a 1930s New York City business owner. You're like a butcher.
I'm a butcher.
Or whatever. You could be
in the 30s.
A cobbler. You could be a.
Is this a Gangs of New York situation?
Yeah, and I'm going to be like a mafia, like a 1930s mafia guy coming into your shop. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This is more like an Al Capone situation.
Oh, kind of.
Okay.
Hey, Carl.
Here's my money. Get out.
Nah, your money's no good here. We got a problem, Carl. We got a problem.
I didn't squeal. It wasn't me.
You know what I haven't had, and I'm going to say at least the last 2 weeks?
Good drink, because prohibition?
Nah, a steak dinner. Ask me why that's a problem, Carl.
Wait, you're dragging this up already? We already said it was going to happen this summer. I've been busy.
I gave you 14 days. 14 days, Carl. We got a nice little deal here. We offer your shop a little bit of protection, and all we ask for in return is a goddamn steak dinner in the 14 days.
You are the most impatient SOB.
No, you had 14 days. We made it.
Who said 14 days? I didn't agree to 14. I got a busy life, man.
Slife? Busy slice.
Busy slice of life.
Do you know the only reason I brought it up today?
Why? Because you wanted steak?
No, is because the missus brought it up today. At which point I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? Now it's affecting my lady.
The missus wants steak.
Now it's affecting my lady friend. That's where we got some trouble. Hello and welcome to the Movie Men podcast.
We are the steak team. B team.
No, really not. The ew, I was going to say pate. There's probably nothing worse than pate.
What? You don't like pate?
I don't like liver. Liver is disgusting. I know you like liver.
Pate's not that bad.
Liver's gross.
Liver is good.
Don't you?
If it's
No,
fresh.
don't say. Yeah. See,
right out of that deer season. Right out of the deer that morning with some onions.
You're right now. You just turned into the weed guy.
The
weed guy. Well, because there's always that one stoner. There's always the one guy where you're like, nah, weed's not for me. And then that one guy goes, oh, you haven't tried blah, blah. You've just had the wrong
You got to
weed.
have the monkey's crank. That's the good stuff.
Yeah. The bitch's knees. It's the real potent strain.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff that won't run you wrong.
Yeah. Initial impressions.
Initial impressions for Brave.
It's your film. You go first.
I go first. Brave is a great film. I really enjoy it. I watched it a number of times, which is why I was shocked that you had said you hadn't seen it. My hand's already kind of. Oops, sorry.
Oh yeah, just
I'll just throw stuff
just
around
break
here.
shit.
Yeah. Did we share this with our Patreons? This This thing?
I think so, didn't we?
Okay,
Wasn't that?
I think we did. Yes,
think
we
so.
did.
It was a part of your.
So anybody who's got Patreon that's seen the Pixar versus DreamWorks kind of already has an idea of where I'm probably going to rate this.
Oh yeah, because I guess you rate it. Well, oh yeah, you had like a different rating system.
It was out of 5
there, right? Let me pull this up.
Should we kind of show that hand, or keep it secret, keep it safe?
It was out of 5?
Yeah. 1 was it's bad. 2 was fun, but has problems. 3 was average, nothing bad, but nothing great. 4 was great. 5 was timeless, amazing, must watch.
Right. So you only give it a 4.
Yeah. Which is not bad.
Wow. You've seen every Pixar film except for the most recent 2.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. That's why I was saying in that little thing that, like, I'm the authority on the Movie Men podcast.
What Pixar film have I seen that you haven't seen? Or DreamWorks? Because that could be something. That could be an interesting
something fun
thing to take you down. There's not really none of the good ones.
Captain Underpants.
I mean, you haven't seen Over the Hedge.
Trolls World Tour.
Over the Hedge is okay. Have you seen the
Fleshed Away?
No, Hoodwinked?
Hoodwinked?
Yeah, it's a 2005 film. Really, really poorly animated. Like, it's the lowest budget shit animation you've ever seen in your entire life.
I have not seen it, but looking at it now it rings a bell. Who made that?
Huh.
That wasn't DreamWorks.
I don't know who made Hoodwinked. Probably the little nobody studio.
2005.
Has a budget of $8 million. Yeah, it was like a zero budget. Made by Blue Yonder Films. Yeah, something. Oh, the Weinstein Company. There you go.
Just
nothing but us. But like Anne Hathaway, Glenn Close, Jim Belushi, Patrick Warburton,
a who's who.
Andy Dick. Back when people knew or cared who Andy Dick was. Tom Kenny, voice of SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tara Strong's in it. You know Tara Strong.
No, I don't know. Name doesn't ring a bell.
Really? You don't know
Tara Do you know
Strong?
Tara Strong?
I do. Powerpuff Girls.
So I know her work. I just don't know her. That happens a lot with voice actors.
Harley Quinn.
A lot of people know a voice actor's work, but don't know the voice actor.
Yeah, she's Harley Quinn in the Arkham games.
Anyway, that was my initial impression. Is a great film.
Okay.
What's your initial impression?
Well, how much of my hand do I want to show here? I think. Well, so something I said to you just as the film ended was, I typically keep a pretty good running tally in my head, right? Movie starts out, and about 15 minutes into the movie, I start going, okay, what score out of 10, what neighborhood do I think we're playing in here? And then as the film goes, maybe every 15 minutes or so, every half hour, whatever, I sort of reevaluate, right? Where are we at? What has that number turned into? I was pretty certain that I had this locked in. Because usually the last 15 minutes before the movie ended, I was like, I'm pretty sure I have this locked in, because usually your score is not going to change too dramatically in the last 15 minutes. The last 10 minutes of this film, I'm not going to say change it dramatically. I'm not talking like a 4-point swing here, but did impact it.
Right.
I think this is a cute movie. I think it's largely a pretty great movie. I question whether or not it's a good Pixar movie, and we can get into that. I'm known for my sort of lane
You
that I
like to box in Pixar into a specific.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, you do.
Okay,
do.
go to hell. No, I've been vocal about the fact that I'm not a fan of Pixar films typically where the lead characters are human, right? Like human-oriented Pixar films
Right.
is not so much my thing, right? Stuff like I like Finding Nemo, Bug's Life, Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Cars. That's sort of where I go. Pixar's is its strongest when it's got to. In my mind, a Pixar film needs two things. No, that's a precedent that they set for themselves in the first 15 years that they were a studio. What I liked about that when it comes to Pixar is that it differentiates them. It makes it a Pixar film. It makes it something different than what other animation studios are offering. And so in a lot of ways, I think it's actually the opposite of what you're saying, because I think that's when Pixar is the most creative versus falling into the box of just animated film. All that aside, I think Pixar films need two things. We'll get into that later. This is whether or not I think it's a good Pixar film. I think it's a cute little movie. I think it's mostly great. I don't think it's necessarily. If you were asking me to score this as a film versus asking me to score it as a Pixar film, I think those would be two different scores. There are issues with this film. There are issues I have with this film.
Really?
And the last 10 minutes of this film swayed me negatively.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's my initial impression.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
This is going to be interesting because I've like my scoring for the other thing was pretty rigid with the 1 through 5. I think out of 10, it's going to be kind of, if you were to take that 4, it's probably like
turn into an 8. Yeah.
Right. I think about this film and like in terms of the story beats, like no storyline is wasted. No, like anything. When I think about it, I don't think there's any story point or any kind of foreshadowing that isn't used well later.
Okay.
And you know,
I hope to change your mind.
Like thinking about it, like I might go a little bit higher than an 8.
So I will tell you that 15 minutes before the movie ended, 8 was the number I was hovering around.
Okay.
But then it dropped.
Then it dropped
a little bit
because of something at the
because
end.
the last 10 minutes. Just essentially because of the ending, how within the last 15 minutes I became aware that things that sort of contrastly to what you're saying, things that I thought were going to have a better resolution or be a resolution at all, or things that were going to come back around, and I realized, oh, okay, we're just done with that then, I guess. Okay. Huh. Which made a film that up until the end I felt like was a really heartwarming, well-paced, well-thought-out film, ended up feeling a little, I don't want to say sloppily done. I think maybe wrapped up lazily.
I'm really curious to where you're going here.
I think wrapped up a little bit lazily, and wrapping something up lazy, I think also leads to it feeling a little hollow in what otherwise wasn't hollow. So that's if I'm making any sense. Are you sort of following?
I follow, but
okay.
I don't see what you're talking about.
Well, that's why we're gonna. That's kind of the.
Why don't you want to dive
show.
into that first then?
We can. Or do you want to talk? I mean, so the two things that I really need to hit on, I guess, would be that, and then why I'm not sure, like the two things that I think every Pixar film needs to have, and blah blah blah. So where do you want to go first?
Well, I don't know.
I think the Pixar thing is probably a smaller thing, so maybe get that out of the way.
It's probably a smaller thing, and I would say the Pixar thing is like it's what's the word? It's
an opinion. I'm subjective about it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So why don't we do that first?
So for me, there are two things that every Pixar film should have.
Animated.
Well, two not completely obvious things. Number one is it needs to have a strong moral or some sort of message that it's getting across, right?
Okay.
And I think all the Pixar films that I've ever seen, good or bad, have that. Right? That has been consistent throughout.
Sure.
Whether it's Monsters Inc., where the whole the power of laughter is stronger than the power of fear. Right.
Yep.
Great moral lesson. Toy Story, not ostracizing the unfamiliar and welcoming outsiders and whatever. The Finding Nemo would be trusting your children, like let your kids be kids. Let kids be kids, right? Mm-hmm. You can't umbrella parent your children. So every Pixar film needs that, and this one I think is no different. I think this film has that. This film has a strong sort of story or lesson or message, which is the importance of, even though sometimes when you're family, you may not see eye to eye on everything, it is crucial and important to work at mending those bridges, and coming together as a family is one of them. The other one is like there's a feminist kind of girl power, the anti-betrothal kind of thing. Right, that Meredith doesn't need a man in her life in order to be strong and successful and happy.
I would say that's one of the stories. I would say the first one is right. I would say the second one, more than what you were saying, would be about making your own fate. Because that's like the whole monologue at the beginning and the end. That's what it's about.
Yeah, and I mean, you can also say like, a woman doesn't need a man in order to be happy, and that's true, and it's a part of what this story is, right? So that's the first thing that every Pixar film I think needs to have, and this has it. The second one, and again, this is subjective. This is me. This is my personal preference. Every Pixar film should have I'm going to use this word. I don't know if this is technically the best word for it, but it's a word that has been in my head while watching the movie. Every Pixar film needs a gimmick, right? So in Toy Story, obviously it's a movie about toys that come to life when people leave the room, right? Ants, it's about, the gimmick is that the film is about ants and bugs. Cars are the predominant species. They're the only species, right? And so on, right? This film, I don't think has that box checked. Yes, you could say, oh, well, like the mom turns into a bear. Yeah. But thematically, like story-wise, this film could have just been like, you could have watched this film. This film could have come out as just a Disney film, not a Pixar film, right? Like, this film could have come out in leagues with something like Tangled. And I don't think you would watch this film and go, huh, it's weird that this isn't a Pixar film, because it really feels like a Pixar film.
I'll give you that one.
Right? And so it feels a little more Disney proper to me than it does Pixar.
Yeah.
And so...
Yeah, I would concede that point.
So,
for sure.
so that's really my only that's my only beef with it in terms of Pixar film, is that it didn't really feel like a Pixar film. It just felt like a Disney proper film. So that doesn't make it a bad movie at all. That doesn't impact the quality of the film whatsoever. I just think if you were to ask me, is this a great Pixar film? It doesn't really fully feel like a Pixar film, so I can't really say that it's a good Pixar film.
Except that Pixar made it, so it's a Pixar film.
It's a good film that was made by Pixar, but it, like, you know, here's the thing. It'd be like saying, is this a good horror film? And you're like, well, I didn't jump at all. It wasn't scary whatsoever. It is a horror film, and I thought it was a good film, but I don't think it's a good horror film, right?
I feel like
you know what I mean.
A fun kind of like cross comparison would be like Solo, a Solo story. It's a good heist film. It is a Star Wars film, but it doesn't feel like a Star Wars.
I mean, again, that's subjective. I think Solo feels like a Star Wars film. I think it's a good Star Wars film, but that's again, it's all subjective, right? So that's my. I think that's my Pixar beef in terms of this film. I think it's good. It doesn't really feel like Pixar to me. And I sort of wonder. Actually, I meant to look up the list of all the Pixar films. Because I'm sort of wondering, this came out in 2012.
What is your question?
Well, I'm sort of wondering if this is in line with when I start to feel like Pixar sort of falls off for me.
Ratatouille would be the first one that doesn't has a full, has only one
non-human character.
Yeah. So it goes Toy Story, Bugs Life, Toy Story 2, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, Incredibles. Incredibles. Sorry, Incredibles, then Cars, then Ratatouille.
And I don't know why for me Incredibles
then Wall-E,
is kind of the
3,
exception.
Cars 2, then Brave.
Obviously, Wall-E is on point in both categories. Brave, yeah. Inside
Wall-E
Out
also has, not for the first 2/3, pretty much. Well, maybe first half, but it does have a human element to it. Human people.
Yeah, but they take a pretty big backseat story-wise.
Not for the last. I'd say the last act, they become pretty important.
Right.
Like the captain takes control,
but they're never. None of the humans are main characters. It's Wall-E.
Yes,
and
not
maybe,
a main character.
And then maybe
the captain would be a supporting character.
Yeah.
The captain of the ship.
So there's that.
Yeah, but they they've got a lot of films. Like to your point you made earlier, like the first Cars came out. Where is it? Incredibles. Incredibles came out in 2004. Their first film was 95. So that's almost 10 years.
Yeah. Before
they kind of veer away from one of your check boxes. But if you look at, like, it's 2025 now. If you look at their full catalog, at least half of their films now have like a human cast.
Yeah, which is why I don't think Pixar is as good as it used to be. Yeah, and again, I acknowledge that that's 100% subjective. I haven't seen Elemental yet. I haven't seen Inside Out 2 yet. I do know that
I also haven't seen those two.
I do know that like the first Inside Out still checks that box for me, because although humans are in it, it's really about the emotions. Right? Those are the main, that's the gimmick.
Right.
So, yeah. Yeah. So that's my Pixar beef.
Sure.
It's my, yeah.
Which is subjective, as we've been saying.
100%.
And I don't have, outside of the one point I concede, like, that it could easily be just as easily be a Disney film.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, whatever. For me, all those other points are like, I don't care.
Yeah, no,
So
and that's
it's fine. It's like it does, and like you said, it doesn't really hurt the film.
no, and I think
just,
what it boils down to is how much of a pedestal do you put Pixar on?
Yeah. And that would be all it affects. It affects what you think of Pixar, not what you think of the film itself.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Pixar's still making good films. I just think they have, for me, it's kind of like when a band that I like, so there was this big thing that happened in the late 2000s, early 2010s, where, in the early 2000s, pop punk was all the rage. The emo bands, the pop punk bands, right? Your My Chemical Romance, your Green Days, your Marianas Trench, or whatever. And some of those bands were like, no, we're a punk band. Like we're a whatever band. And that's the music that we make. And maybe they sort of over time gradually changed their sound.
Sold out,
whatever.
man. They sold out.
No. I mean, like over 15 years later, they got a little experimental or whatever. But there was a number of these bands that I would say didn't evolve; they conformed. Right? There was a number of bands that released two great, edgy, hard albums, and then their third album came out, and because everyone else in the music industry was doing it, their third album had synthesizers and a real poppy feeling to it, and everything was, they ditched the eyeliner and they became real lighthearted, and you were just like, oh, okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
You're just doing, you're just following the herd.
Yeah.
Right?
Man, Green Day really fell short, didn't they?
And so it's
fired.
One of my, it's my favorite band for those that don't. And so, to me, I think Pixar is still making great films. I just kind of feel like they have, that the people who are running Pixar now are maybe not totally in tune with the vision and the what it was originally meant to be, how it started, right?
You could say that about a lot of Disney properties.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like a disease within Disney.
Yeah, for sure. But I just feel like they've forgotten their roots in a lot of ways, and that's, to me, that's sad, right?
Yeah.
From someone who was there and on board from the beginning and loved it for its roots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish we had a little bit more of those roots.
Yeah.
So, what else do you want to know?
Well, let's talk about the other thing.
Okay.
Like what?
So there's a number of them. I will start with the things that to me are the smallest, the things that I acknowledge are more nitpicky, the things that are not really film breaking, probably not even score impacting, but just things that I was like, well, okay. We never see the witch again, which just seemed a little odd that she was there. She's literally in 5 minutes of the film. I thought maybe she would pop up at the end.
Why?
She
played her role.
Yeah, but you know what? It'd be nice to have, like, if the Well, I think that a great ending for the film would be like the family standing there, they're all reunited, they're all hugging, everything's good. The camera pans out or pans over to the crowd, and one of the people there is the witch in like a disguising spell or whatever, and she like winks at the camera or whatever because she's like,
I just take away from the moment, the heartwarming moment in the end.
well, but I think it would because. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a number of films that do this, that follow this
Also,
trope.
she's at Burning Man
festival. Yeah, Burning Man. Yeah, exactly. She's there getting her
It was
rave
something
on.
like that. It was, yeah,
Getting
Wicker Man.
The Wicker Festival.
Yeah,
Wicker Man. I don't know how you go from Wicker Basket Festival to Burning Man. How much do you even know about Burning Man?
it's a big party where people do lots of drugs. Probably.
Yeah, there's
It's
definitely
in the
drugs.
middle of the desert somewhere.
Yeah,
They burn things.
yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
Have you been there? Do you know lots about it?
No, God, I wish. I'd love to play Burning Man with someone else's gear. DJs talk about it all the time. They come back and there's just like everything is full of sand, right? Like all your
You're in
shit's,
the desert,
all your
so-
shit's ruined, like ruined.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I just think it'd be fun to have her show up again because I feel my interpretation of it was that she's not really a villain. She's kind of that character that's like that spots a mother and daughter that need mending, spots relationships that need mending, and has an unconventional way of sending you on that journey to sort your crap out.
I don't think she's even that.
No?
No, I think she's just a witch in a hut that does wood carvings because the last time she did a spell for somebody, it went horribly wrong
Yeah.
because that's how we got Mordu.
But then she does the same spell again? I don't know. I don't buy that.
Well, I don't know. I just like,
And to me, that cheapens it.
I don't know.
I think because then it just makes it like, oh, all of this story, if she's not intentionally serving as the catalyst to send them on this journey because she knows that these two need mending, then all of a sudden the whole film becomes happenstance. The whole film becomes sheer coincidence that they end up on this journey. Sure, dumb luck. It just to me, if she's not, it cheapens the whole film.
Dumb luck? I don't know about dumb luck.
Maybe dumb luck, but
Like,
happenstance.
because a lot of what happened, a lot of the quote unquote dumb luck is the willows kind of guiding, right? The magical essence of the forest
To the witch.
to the witch, who is just out to make a buck.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know.
the fates, the willows, if they're entwined with the fates, because the being fated for stuff is a big role in the part of the monologues.
Yeah, I don't
At
know.
the beginning, I could see how it could cheapen it a little bit. Maybe she has some insight, but I don't think it. Like, I think she's just a small catalyst, and I don't think it cheapens it for. It doesn't cheapen it for me,
That's fine.
but. I view it that way.
so I wasn't
you could easily view it either way.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of not seeing her again. I wasn't a fan that there's no payoff of like a low-hanging fruit gag that they should have done and didn't do, and it would have been hilarious if while all of this chaos is ensuing in the third act, someone back at the castle answers the door to receive a shipment of like 110 wood carvings, wondering, what?
Yeah.
There's no payoff for that,
I'll give
and
you,
that's a shame.
I'll give you I'll give you that one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a shame. There should be a payoff for that.
Yeah. There's one story beat that isn't picked up on later.
I don't know that it makes sense to me why, like, so obviously the whole actually, well, okay, we'll get to that. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me why the boy's spell is also broken.
Because it's the same spell. The cake is the spell. It's all the same spell.
Yeah. But it's, I don't know.
Right? And it's all the same spell, and the spell is broken when the wound is mended.
Yeah. But she didn't have a wound with her brothers. Nothing was mended with the brothers.
Right. But she mended the wound that was there, so the spell is broken.
I guess it's just like a little loosey-goosey with how the magic works.
I don't think so.
That's fine.
If the spell is like, if the witch was in the room when doing the magic on the mom, and the boys were in the corner and they got spell splashed, like it's the same. It's the same spell.
Is that an official?
Like, yeah.
Is that like a D&D term?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Spell splashed.
Copyright trademarked.
Yeah.
Movie Men Podcast.
Okay, so the big one for me is, so obviously the big one for me is just like how the spell is resolved. So obviously the actual tapestry was a red herring, right? The tapestry isn't, because they do the tapestry and it's not working. The actual thing, they were wrong. They thought it was the tapestry, which was obviously too simple. It's actually mending the relationship. It has nothing to do with the tapestry.
Yeah.
It's mending the relationship, and that's what undoes the spell.
Yeah.
And so it's a little weird that, like, I mean, the mom's eyes had already turned, so it was like, I don't know, you guys were too late, but whatever. I guess magic has a soft spot, so it's just going to sort itself out. But no, the big thing for me is that the mending of the relationship, because you had a daughter that didn't understand her mother and a mother that didn't understand her daughter.
Yeah.
And that needed to be mended.
Right.
And it was. Extremely one-sidedly. Extremely one-sidedly. The mother comes around to see things. The mother goes through real change in this. I'm not talking about the bear. The mother's heart goes through huge change in this.
Yes.
Goes from, this is the way it has to be, to, no, my daughter is right, and I need to respect my daughter's wishes.
Right.
Merida doesn't actually have to sacrifice here. Merida doesn't actually have to really have much of a change of heart. The only thing that Merida really does is at the very last minute hugs her mom and says, "You've always been there for me, Mom." And that's enough. That's her side of the mending the relationship.
So I would say agree that she doesn't have to sacrifice, but she has a change of heart. She has a deep change of heart.
After her mom lets her get her way.
Yeah, and
that's not a mending of that
doesn't mean that she doesn't mend the relationship.
The mom mends the relationship, not Merida. Merida doesn't actually do anything. Merida doesn't grow at all.
Sure she does.
How is Merida's perspective other than I'm no longer upset with my mom because now she's letting me have my way, which is not growth. How is Merida a different person at the end of this film than she is at the beginning?
Because now she respects her mom, all the effort her mom's put into her and helping her become the woman she is.
Yeah, but where does that come from?
She respects the history of her land more.
Which also seemed kind of out of the blue.
What do you mean?
Like, just all of a sudden she was, to me, that came across more as a BS speech that she was giving to distract everyone than it was an actual, like, she just kind of pulls that realization out of her ass. There's nothing that
No.
okay, go on.
What?
Don't just stare at me. Explain to me how it happens.
How it happens?
Yeah, explain to me where this realization comes from for her.
Which point?
The respecting her heritage and her land and all these things.
When she finds out who Mor'du is.
Right, but what's that got to do with her dad and the clans? And she
realizes she's Mor'du.
Right.
She's doing exactly what Mor'du has done.
Okay, I'll give you that.
There's a bit of a when she's in the old ruined castle and she sees the broken what would you call it? Stone that shows all the brothers and then cleaved off. There's a quick flash of Mor'du as a human cutting it in half and then turning it, and her cutting the tapestry.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll get that. I'll give you that. But that I mean, that's neither here nor there in terms of her relationship with her mom. Right. Like in terms of her mom, if your kid is saying he wants to decide that he's going to race motorcycles instead of finishing high school, right? And you, as a dad, probably take issue with that, right?
Sure.
You want your kid to stay in school. It turns into a fight. There's a bit of a rift. Your kid tells you to go suck an egg because now he's like 16 and full of attitude, and you tell him, blah, 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 and you threaten to throw him out or what, I don't know, whatever, however that would unfold and escalate. And you're both being a little over the top. Then all of a sudden one day you decide, you know what? No, I need to respect my son's wishes. And if he wants to drop out of high school and go race motorcycles, then I'm going to be a supportive, loving dad. And after you tell your son that, your son stops keying your car. Your kid hasn't grown, right? He's just, dad gave in and is letting me have my way, and so I like him again.
That depends. Did my son go through the same journey that Merida did?
Are you talking about seeing the stone thing?
No, I'm talking about going on a journey with her mother, learning about her mother learning about her.
What does she learn about her mother? They don't have any conversations because her mother's a bear. What does she learn about her mother? I was waiting the whole time. I'm like, oh, wow, her mom is really seeing it is actually good for a princess to have a bow. It is good for this. It is good for that. Merida doesn't learn a goddamn thing about her mother in this film. Not a thing. Nothing. The growth in terms of their relationship, the mending in terms of their relationship is completely one-sided. Now, I don't think that Merida was ever in the wrong. Don't get me wrong. I think the issues in their relationship were, if not 100% one-sided, were 90-10 her mother to Merida. Her mother was the one in the wrong. Right? Merida is the one that's
Then what growth are you looking for from Merida?
Just from just from a storytelling standpoint. If the whole thing is presented as there's a rift in your relationship and you need to reform this bond that you have, you need to mend the whatever, mend your relationship, then that would imply that the story should have sort of them coming
but if you're
and meeting in the middle, as opposed to the spell being, you need to convince your mom that you're right. Right? Like, because that is what ends up happening. And that's not, like, that's a weird kind of hollow, like, there's less to take from that, right? Because then the moral of the film ends up becoming, if you're a kid and you have a parent that's in the wrong, your relationship will be better if your parent stops being in the wrong.
If they turn into a bear.
Or right? Like if your parent comes to their senses, you'll have a better relationship.
Okay.
That's the moral.
Okay, so I will give some ground in that. Yes, there isn't a lot of Merida learning about her mom throughout the film because Merida's mom's a bear.
She's just growling.
Yeah. I think she can learn some of the point about Mordu and her being, I think that helps her understand her mom's teachings and what she was doing a little bit better. I think that's a weak point, but I think it's still valid.
There's something there.
But the apology in the end covers a lot of that ground you're looking for.
I'm sorry I turned you into a bear.
Well, and I'm sorry I didn't listen, and you were right about all the things you tried to teach me. You're a good mom, right? And because up until that point, she thought her mom was a dink and was just controlling, and to that point, yeah, right. But like countering, kind of pushing that the point that you said, like if mom is mostly in the wrong, she doesn't need a lot of character growth. She just needs to accept that mom had the best interests at heart.
Oh, I think within the confines of the story they laid out, the way they wrote it, I think it makes sense. I just think it should have been written different. I think it'd be a more impactful story if
you wanted a completely different story.
Well, I think it'd be I think it would be less hollow in the end if there was more of them both having to meet in the middle in terms of their relationship, as opposed to mom's a dink, she's out of line.
But there was some meeting in the middle.
I feel bad that I turned her into a bear. But no, I meeting in the middle implies 50-50. That's what middle means. It's not.
But that's not what broke the spell.
Mom came 75% of the way, Merida came 25%.
Sometimes if breaking the spell is mending the bond, that doesn't mean bending a bond doesn't necessarily mean 50-50.
No, you said meet in the middle. 50-50 is that's the middle.
Right. Was I saying middle?
Yeah, you said they do meet in the middle. They don't.
Well,
there's no middle here.
And I would say I misspoke.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah. Because mending the bond, like, yeah, if one person's more in the wrong than another person, then they don't meet. It's not a 50-50
right
apology. Like, if I'm making amends to somebody and I stole stuff from them because they took a quarter,
right?
Like,
is this a true story? This is oddly specific.
I took a guy's car because he took a quarter out of my piggy bank.
This is oddly specific. You have a piggy bank?
Yeah. Like,
you're 40 years old.
I have more to make amends for than he does.
Yeah. No, for sure. But would you agreed? But if I then took that story and used that to I was going to go to some high school and speak to young moldable minds and was using the story about how one guy was really in the wrong and the other guy was being kind of mean or did something that he kind of shouldn't. And the guy that was really in the wrong came to his senses. And so then the other guy stopped being a dink. What is the teacher, that principal that hired me to come speak at that school is going to go, what is the lesson here? What is the moral in this? Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick and don't steal cars.
Right. So to me, it's just, I think, because obviously Merida wasn't the outcome was never going to be that Merida was going to decide, yes, I'll marry one of these idiots. I'll be betrothed. That was never going to be the thing. But even if there was something where we saw, you know what, Merida was going to, you know, maybe not marry one of these fools, but was going to start going dress shopping with her mom and you know, giving her mom's clothing choices a little more effort, or was going to, that's a poor example. I don't think that's a good example at all. But do you know what I mean? Like something that was a little more meeting her mom halfway and being like, Mom, now that you have decided that you are going to 100% respect my wishes, I can start respecting yours at least 10%, right? Because it's just like Merida wants one thing, her mom wants another. Her mother gives in completely. Merida gets her way. And that's the moral. That's what breaks the spell, is that Merida gets her way. And I'm like, what is this spell? Like, what in the hell? And why word it as mend your relationship? That's not mending a relationship.
I feel like you're not giving any credence to the apology.
I'm not. No, because it just kind of that felt late. That's the part that felt lazy to me. That felt like a throw in right at the last second. That felt like like writing the script, and you're on the third last page of the script, and you realize, you know, we've got a page limit. We're not allowed to go past this many pages.
Really?
Oh shit, Merida hasn't actually had any growth. Let's make her apologize to her mom. Yeah, it felt really hollow to me.
I didn't get that.
No, that's fine.
So
you're not going to change my mind on this.
No.
Just, you
I'm
know.
just trying to figure out maybe like what added, because the apology felt great for me. It felt like it had purpose and meaning. And I'm trying to think in my mind, like, what am I? Because
gleaning from it that I'm not.
Not even gleaning. Like, what did the film do before that moment that made that moment in time have more weight and meaning?
Yeah.
Not what am I giving it? What did the movie give it?
Yeah.
Right. And like, I'm just thinking, like, when I think, like, maybe for me that apology starts sooner.
Yeah.
In actions and deeds, when Merida is speaking in the throne room.
Right.
And from that point on, it's like her actions and deeds from that point forward are building up to that final exclamation point apology.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason that was just lost on me. I didn't, they spent much of the movie waiting for, okay, now where's the moment where like Merida's going to have growth, where she's going to start seeing a different side of her mom. And it wasn't until the last 10 minutes. And then it's like this, in the face of, I'm not going to get my mom back, I have turned my mom into, like, see, that's the thing. Right? We as humans, you are in the face of tragedy. You are hit with so many hormones and emotions and like all of these things that cause you not to necessarily weigh things through, not to think clearly, not to whatever. So I think an epiphany in Merida, in a moment where she now thinks her mom is permanently a bear and it's her fault, she's guilt-ridden. I don't know how much weight you can really give an apology in that moment, right? That would be like if you accidentally hit me with your car, like you smoked me, right? And you get out of your car and I'm lying in the ditch and I'm there bleeding out. You feel horrible that you've hit me with your car, right? Yes, 100%. And I do believe that Merida is sorry that she turned her mom into a bear. But turning her mom into a bear has nothing to do with the rift in their relationship, because the rift in the relationship is there prior to her turning her into a bear, right?
Right.
She cuts the tapestry, she blah, blah, blah. Her turning her mom into a bear has nothing to do with, it's not helping the rift in the relationship, but it's not the rift in the relationship. So you, and let's say for the last 2 years, you and I have been fighting because, you know, I stole your wife, right?
Okay.
Or no, that's not. We're fighting because you've stolen my wife, right? I'm married, you've stolen my wife. And you're not sorry at all. For the last 2 years, you have not been sorry at all. An apology to me for stealing my wife 2 minutes before I die because you've hit me with your car and I'm bleeding out in the ditch. I don't know that's that apology is coming more out of the fact that's coming out of your guilt for killing me and not for actually being sorry for stealing my wife. And I think that anything that Merida says to her mom in those final moments is coming directly out of the guilt from permanently turning her mom into a bear versus any actual character growth.
And this is where I think, for me, that apology is starting sooner, and you're taking it in as that one snapshot in time.
Yeah.
I think that throne room, her kind of taking her mom's teachings to give that speech in that throne, walking in with power and grace, standing, speaking loudly so everyone can hear, talking about the lessons from the past.
Yeah. I don't know if that's actually, for me, that's not mending a relationship with your mom, but
I don't know. She's doing the things her mom taught her, and she's realizing that these are important things. Her mom is standing in the background, being proud as all get out because she's doing and acting the way she brought her up to be.
Yeah.
And for me, that because I'll agree with you. An apology is just words.
Yeah.
Unless there's action behind it, it's meaningless.
And
I think that's why those actions leading up to the apology are part of that moment.
I guess. So then if it is, then it's just sort of the beginning of it, right? Yeah. Leading up to it is just sort of the beginning of it.
And the words of the capstone.
But I stand wholeheartedly behind, that it's hard for me to see anything said in the moment following thinking you've permanently turned your mom into a bear and being ridden with guilt over that. It's hard for me to see anything said in that moment as anything other than the guilt of permanently turning your mom into a bear. So so then to me, I think that just kind of washes everything, everything else goes out with the wash, because you're just like, yeah, you're sorry you turned your mom into a bear, but you're glad that you got your way, and anyways,
yeah,
because even if her mom, I don't know.
I think it's I think we're just approaching the whole last even 15 minutes of the film differently here.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so I think for me, I've said it a couple times already. For me, the actions are part of it. The apology is just a verbal. Even though she thinks, oh, mom's now permanently a bear, but the apology is more just a verbal acknowledgement of those actions and what she's kind of come to understand.
Yeah.
And for you're going the other way.
For me, it's just the whole thing's still just pretty heavily leaning in one direction. Right? And then to me, it's just like, well,
we can't all be as sophisticated as I am and pick up those nuances.
I guess that's I guess that's what that is. Yeah. That is one of the two vastly different ways that we could view that. Yeah. The other would be, of course, that we can't all demand logic and reason and good storytelling in our films. Some of us just like to sit in front of the TV with a bag of chips in our hand in our pants going, "That movie good." But it's okay. I love you anyways. There are some things I like.
Just wash your hand after.
There are, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't let me eat from that bag of chips.
They're your bag of chips.
There are some things I like. I think the cast is great.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. I think
the characters are fun.
There's great humor. I had fun watching it.
Was bare butt cheeks.
Yeah, I'm amazed at how much nudity is in this, and I'm also like, I mean, the man who is constantly on the defense that all of the films that he shows me aren't that, or not all of the films, but that he doesn't have an agenda to show me films with gratuitous nudity, somehow managed to find the only Pixar film with multiple instances of nudity. Nudity, cleavage. The climax, the end of this film is just a woman wrapped in a blanket in the woods, surrounded by many men.
3 toddlers running around butt naked.
Surrounded by many men.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of, I would imagine there's a lot of, yeah, anyways, never mind.
What are you doing?
No, I think you're thinking that I was going somewhere far worse with that than I actually did. I was just going to say there's a lot of videos on the internet that start that way. It's a lady in the woods wrapped in a blanket surrounded by 40 Scottish guys in kilts. Yeah. And one dead bear.
One dead bear. They got more do.
I go to some weird websites. So there are things that I like, but anything else before we score this? I mean, it's mostly been a debate, but we're also an hour in, and I feel like it's been a good debate.
Did you catch any of the
Easter eggs?
The Pixar Easter eggs? They go fast.
Do you know what's funny?
Watches.
I knew about all of them, particularly because I've read up on the Pixar theory many times.
They're all related. All the Pixar films are the same universe.
I've wanted to do an episode. We should do just an episode sometime where we just break down the Pixar theory. That'd be good. No, so I was aware of all of them, right? And the theory is that the witch is actually an elderly Boo.
Yeah.
Right. Or a time traveling Boo or something like that.
Yeah, because the door changes the room.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was aware of all of them. I was aware, and obviously the carving of Sully.
Yeah.
I was aware of all of them, and so was on the lookout for them. Missed all of them. Couldn't see them.
Yeah, it just goes so quick.
Couldn't see the Sully carving at all. So it's amazing to me that anyone, like the fact that someone had found it.
Yeah.
That is someone going through frame by frame. I don't know why.
0.5 speed.
Yeah. So I was aware that they were there, but no, I did not actually physically see them. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun.
All right, sir, on a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rank Brave?
Well,
you're saying maybe an 8, but you might go higher.
Despite your inability to see what is there.
I did get you to concede several points.
You did. And to that, I was thinking I'd go a little higher than 8, but I think I'll just stay at an 8.
Interesting. I did have some effect.
A little bit. Not a lot. Like I was only going to go like 8.5. So
yeah,
but a little bit.
What is wrong with it? Your chart here. So an 8, which takes your score for yourself from a 7.3 up to a 7.5.
Yeah.
And your total overall score from a 6.5 or a 6.3 up to a 6.5.
Nice. Dang it. That never-ending story.
Yeah. That hurt.
Did not hold up.
That hurt.
What are you going to give this?
So, like I said, I was going to give it an 8.
Yeah.
Right.
But obviously you're going down.
Yes. I'm going to give it a 7.
Okay.
I still think it's fun. I would watch it again. Takes your total score up to a 6.7. So you gained, was that 4 points? Yeah, you gained 0.4 in this. Mm-hmm. So you are now only 1.1 points behind me. And I've only shown you 2 in this score chart. You've only shown me 3. So it's
uneven right now.
No, but what I'm saying is it's still very manipulatable.
Oh, yeah.
The score.
Yeah. I think once we get past like
10.
8 or 10 films, it'll start moving slow again.
Starts leveling out. Yeah. What'd you watch this week?
Oh, I watched some things. I have some things to say about the things I watched.
I don't know how, but I'm back on Cake Island.
I have not started back into my One Piece journey, although I am excited to eventually get back there. I finished Bad Batch.
Yes. Oh my God, right?
What a great finale.
It's so good. That show is so good. I don't know why I crapped on it so much when we reviewed it on this show.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. It's really good.
It's so good.
I was not... There was part of me, because of the Disney trilogy, I was expecting Omega to be captured and the Bad Batch to lose. I was not expecting everybody to get out.
Yeah. Well, Tech didn't make it out.
Well, I mean, yeah, but...
He dies at the end of second season.
Yeah.
Spoilers! I mean, it's been out for a while.
We reviewed it.
Yeah.
Check it out.
I didn't know. But what's interesting is because you like going into season 3, there is a little bit of like, but it's anime. Like, is he really dead?
Yeah. Could he be alive?
But no,
they've survived stuff
he's
before.
dead.
But yeah, he's gone. Yeah. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
So good.
The missus and I have been still watching Black Mirror. We're 4 episodes in now.
Yeah. It's making you question everything.
Well, the first one was like really like disturbing. The second one was kind of disturbing. The last 2 have just been kind of like, oh, that's interesting. The last, like the one we watched last night was just like, it was just sad.
Yeah.
Like it was just a sad story. It's just like, oh, that's too bad.
To
like
date,
that's kind of the feeling that by at the end of the story, you're just like, oh,
yeah,
oh man, that's too bad.
To date, and I have not seen all of Black Mirror. Like I haven't even seen all of.
You and Pete were reviewing it, and then you just stopped.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Was it you or him?
I
just couldn't take the Black Mirror, right?
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I haven't even. It's not even like.
I hear you.
Wait, how many seasons are there now?
6, and a movie, Bandersnatch.
I think I've maybe only seen like the first.
But I don't think you can watch Bandersnatch anymore.
No, they took it off like 2 months ago or something.
It was a weird film.
Well, it was
interactive.
Choose your own adventure thing, right? Yeah. So it's like it could never. I was going to say it could never be canon. It's
a canon. Did you watch Bandersnatch?
But they're all independent things. So
they're all independent, but they're all kind of linked a little bit. Like they kind of reuse technology, but in different ways.
Yeah.
Or they'll do little callbacks to. So like one of the episodes from this season that we watched is about a teacher. And the teacher, when she's teaching her students, she's teaching them about these robotic bees, and robot bees, right?
Yeah.
The kind of because the bee pop. Anyway, it's a callback to an episode from the previous season, which was about robot bees.
Okay.
The whole episode was about the robot bees.
All right.
So they are in, and there is it's either in the, I don't know. It was like in one of the seasons. There's an episode, I think it's the final, where it's kind of like, what was the horror franchise we watched?
Conjuring?
Yeah, it's kind of like the Conjuring house, the house with all the memorabilia, what the whatchamacallit.
Oh, the museum, Ed and Lorraine's.
Yeah, it's kind of like there's somebody's got like a Ed and Lorraine museum, but in the museum is all these artifacts from previous episodes. So they're all kind of linked, like they're not directly within the same universe, but they seem to be quasi linked.
Right.
The third episode of the current season that we're watching, the guy who makes the Bandersnatch in game in the movie, the Bandersnatch movie.
Yeah.
Because in the movie, it's a dude who makes a game.
Okay. I never did the Bandersnatch thing, so I don't.
And that guy is in that episode.
Okay.
That character.
To date,
fun film.
The most disturbing Black Mirror experience that I've had was the episode Playtest.
Which one is that?
It's the one where the guy is like, is it a guy?
Is that the one where it's kind of Star Trek themey?
No.
Oh, okay.
Black Mirror.
That one's pretty disturbing too.
Playtest. So Playtest, yeah, it's a guy. Oh, it's
See a picture?
It's
Let's see
hang
what
on.
you're looking at.
It's what's his name? The Kurt Russell's kid, Wyatt Russell. So it's the one where he's like hooked up to this thing, this like virtual reality thing, and so he's in this house, and horrible stuff is happening.
Oh yeah, and spoiler, he's like in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. The the first episode of
because
the
there's
current
like
season is way worse.
But it like just showing him all his worst fears and stuff. Yeah. So.
But he's in there because he's being interrogated or he's in jail or something. Yeah.
So what else you watch?
Well, we've kind of continued our Black Mirror tradition of watching something a little funny after we started 4 seasons.
Right.
So we're on season, not like TV season, but climate season 2. We're on. So the first 2 episodes were summer. Now we're in the fall.
Yeah.
And it's a funny show. It's not super hilarious, but it's something. It's nice. It's a nice, light, kind of easy to watch after watching. You don't have to think too much about what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. And then we'll do this one first. Today I had some time in the afternoon, so I ended up watching on Disney the new animated movie Predator, Killer of Killers.
You're a Predator franchise guy.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I haven't watched all of them because some of them I know are just trash and not worth watching, but I've watched quite a bit.
How do you know?
Reviews, and I've seen some of the trashy ones. So when somebody says they're trash, they're trash.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, and then last but not least, I went to the theater.
Ooh.
Had a theater experience.
Hello?
I went down to Kitchener to watch Mission Impossible with some buddies.
Ah, buddies. What the hell?
My buddies.
What the hell?
My Kitchener buddies.
Yeah, but
my friends. I have friends outside of you, Brady.
Not ones that you're as closely tied to in terms of film.
In terms of life.
Yeah, but film, movies. Anyways, what'd you think?
Well,
without spoiling the film.
First, I want to say it was a weird experience just because we showed up. We bought our tickets at the kiosk, and one of us bought all of them because they had a gift card.
Yep.
We just paid him back. And then...
Oh, yeah. You owe me like $15 or something.
Oh, I do.
Thunderbolts.
And then we went into the theater, and our seats were taken.
Oh.
And we're like, these are our seats. And they're like, do we have tickets?
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, yeah, that is this seat. Okay, well, we'll go find somebody and figure out what's going on. So we went out and we
You
found
didn't want
somebody.
to just sit somewhere else.
It was packed. The theater was full,
Oh.
which was the other weird thing. Because when we were looking at
weird.
when we were looking at the screen to pick our seats, there were only like 6 or 8 other seats that were taken. So to walk into the theater and it's literally packed.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you can't just sit down anywhere.
Yeah.
So we went out and then gave tickets to the guy, and our tickets were for the next day. So I guess it must have been because the theater was sold out.
Right.
It just automatically showed us the next day.
But you didn't look at the date because you were just buying tickets.
Yeah, we're just buying tickets. It's like, okay, when we want tickets. Okay, here's the theater. Where do you want to sit? Yeah. So we ended up getting the tickets refunded and then getting tickets for an hour later in the IMAX.
Oh, nice.
So we saw it in IMAX.
Nice.
And what did I think?
Yeah.
What
No
a
spoilers.
garbage film.
Really?
It's so bad.
Stop screaming.
Oh, it was so bad.
Really?
It was boring and long and I did not enjoy it.
Really?
I even thought some of the stunts were lame and, well, not lame, but boring. But like this film is filled with so much exposition and monologued foreshadowing. Like the whole film could have been an hour and a half shorter.
Wow.
In my opinion. You guys have reviewed it, right?
You would have gone to see an hour and 20-minute long final Mission Impossible film? Bullshit.
They could have made it that short.
Okay.
There's like the other big thing, and this is kind of
No spoilers. No spoilers.
I don't think this is a spoiler. It ties into like the foreshadowing and not monologues. I wrote down the word because I knew I'd forget. Exposition is frequently they show flashbacks to other movies.
Yeah.
Frequently, like it felt like every 15, 20 minutes, I was getting flashbacks to other movies because apparently me as the moviegoer is an idiot and you have to show me the other movies so I remember what the hell you're talking about.
I mean, there's been 7 others, and if you... there's chance that you haven't seen the first one in 30 years.
It's more than holding my hand through the story. It's like slapping me across the face, picking me up, swaddling me, changing my bum, and going, "Come with me, little baby. I'll show you what the movie's about."
Huh. All right.
It made me feel like it was telling me, "You're an idiot. Sit and listen." Yeah.
All right.
And yeah, the last thing I'll say, the last big kind of stunt / fight scene.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
Yeah.
So I'll just say in the air.
Yeah. It's in the trailer.
It's so it's boring. It's not climactic.
Right.
And he essentially does the same thing in a boring, unclimactic way, not once, but twice.
Right.
I have to watch the whole thing happen twice.
Okay.
And it's just like,
I mean, don't get me wrong, and you'll hear our review when it comes out. I would think you're probably quite interested to hear our review.
It's so bad. Not your review, the film.
Don't get me wrong, I had some issues with it. I don't think it's the worst Mission Impossible film.
Oh, it's the worst.
I
mean, I haven't watched any of the other ones recently, but
2's pretty bad.
This one is so bad.
Mission Impossible 2 is pretty awful.
This is just trash.
Interesting. Okay.
Like not like it's got heist elements, not a good heist film. It's got like action film elements, not a good action film. It's got spy elements, not a good spy film. It's just garbage.
It's also worth noting. This feels like, and I'm not saying that this has any impact on your review whatsoever. But it does feel like an important disclaimer. You are thoroughly through and through not a Tom Cruise guy.
I do not like. I think he's a stupid person.
Okay.
I will admit though that he's got acting chops.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, like
But
I
this-
said, I don't think it's affecting your
This film,
review.
so I recently found out I don't know where I see it, like some kind of interview or people were talking about how they make the film.
Yeah.
It wasn't Tom Cruise talking about it. It was somebody else in kind of
Probably
in
the
the film
director or
industry.
whatever.
They don't write the screenplay for Mission Impossible like they do any other film.
Right.
So normally when you write a film, you write a screenplay and then you kind of frame out your shots and
Yeah.
kind of a storyboard fashion, and then you choose who's going to play who and you make your film, right?
Yeah.
Apparently for this, they start with, what do we want our stunts to be? What are the big stunts?
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out everything else around that. And that is what this feels like. And it is garbage. It makes it garbage.
I mean, so is your opinion of all the previous Mission Impossible films that they're garbage?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to because
I don't know.
If you're implying that there's causality there, then that doesn't make sense unless you
there can be
think they're all bad.
There can be
because of
causality there, but you still, like broken clock, right? Twice a day, right? You can still hit gold by doing something
it.
different.
Okay, interesting.
But yeah, I don't know. Like this is like a 1 out of 10. Like if
Wow.
somebody says, "Hey, do you want to go watch Mission Impossible?" Run the other way screaming as fast as you can.
Wow.
Like, this is bad. This is a bad film.
1 out of 10.
Yeah, like
So
definitely. I did not enjoy it at all. I was sitting next to my buddy, like we were tearing this movie to shreds while we're watching it the whole time.
1 out of 10 is 1 whole point lower than what you gave My Name is Bruce. It's a better film than My Name is Bruce.
My Name is Bruce is better, or this is better?
I would
Which
say
one's
Mission
better?
Impossible Final
Well, no,
Reckoning.
according to my
You
scoring,
gave My Name is Bruce a 2 out of 10.
it's better than this. It's better than MI. MI was bad.
Wow.
It had better effects and stunts, but
Wow. Okay.
at least, yeah, I really, really did not like this film.
Wild. Yeah, apparently. Is that
Which
that
is
all you,
crazy because
okay, you've had 20 minutes of what you watched.
Top Gun was
I'm cutting you
good,
off.
and,
Have you watched anything else?
man, no.
Family movie night? No?
No, Top Gun was just so bad. Top Gun was good. Mission Impossible
All
was
right.
so...
All right. Shut up.
It was
You're
so
done.
bad.
You're done. You're done.
I can't talk about how bad
You're done.
It's just... It was so bad.
where okay,
Guys think you're a fucking idiot.
okay, you're done.
Okay,
You're
I'm done.
You're done. You're done.
I won't talk about how bad Mission Impossible is anymore.
No.
What did you watch this week?
So I watched Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
Yeah, fun.
I feel like I have to be super quick. I feel like I've got like 30 seconds to do this now.
No, you don't. You got lots of time.
I watched
Such a good film.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Showed it to my mom.
You watched it with your mom? That's fun.
We were looking for, so watched that. Finished season 1 of Rebels.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm hoping season 2 really picks up. They
get good.
And so then, like I said, we were going to do, we have started into now and watched the first episode of the first season of Andor.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll watch the first season of Andor, then we'll go back and we'll finish all of Rebels, and then we'll watch season 2 of Andor, then into Rogue One, so on and so forth. I'm so stoked to be watching Andor and to be showing it to Brienne for the first time. Because it's just so damn good.
It is really good.
It's the best thing that has come out of Star Wars.
Season 1 of Mandalorian was pretty freaking good.
Not as good as Andor.
I don't know.
Yeah, not as good as Andor.
They're at least on par if Mandalorian isn't just a little better.
I'm curious to see, not that it's the be all and end all, but
Are you looking at Rotten Tomatoes?
yeah, I'm wondering if it will give me season by season. Probably not.
Just an overall for the whole show.
Okay, it doesn't give me season by season. But overall on Rotten Tomatoes, Andor has an audience score of 89. And The Mandalorian has a score of 78.
Ooh,
Yeah.
1 point difference.
No. 89 to 78.
89.
Go back to school.
89
To 78.
to 78. That's almost 1 point.
It's 11 points.
89.
Yes.
Oh, we were going percent. For some reason, my head was like out of 10.
Oh, no.
Like 8.9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
So that's it. That's all I watched.
That's it.
Yeah. That's
Oh.
it. I've been doing things. Playing
busy.
games.
Busy.
Yeah.
Other stuff.
Been playing through all the Gears of War games.
Again.
Well, I'd only ever played the first two
Oh, really?
previously. Yeah.
I think I've only ever played the first two.
Yeah.
I think I played a little bit of the third, but
So I've played 1, 2, 3, Judgment, 4, and I'm partway through 5 now.
I've been like 10, 15 years ago, I got to a point in my life where like I like violent video games.
Yeah.
But when the violence gets gratuitous the way like Gears does, I just kind of like want to turn it off. It's one of the reasons
Yeah.
I had trouble with Fallout 4.
My issue with I didn't play Fallout 4.
The color palette of Fallout 4 was just all the Fallout.
The Fallout games. It's
just
very
like very gray brown,
mustard gassy kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All listed down below. We have a Patreon page where for less than $1,000 a year,
That seems like a big number, but
it's true.
It's true.
For less than $4 a month, you can support the show, get some fun perks in return.
$1 a week.
Keep the $1 a week. Can't do much for $1 a week. Buy
Get Patreon
for $1 a week. You could buy 2 coffees a month. Not even. Not
Coffee's that expensive now?
even. It's like $2.25. Yeah.
Glad I don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And merch.
And
We have new merch.
New merch?
We have new merch.
I didn't notice.
We have new merch.
What is it? More stickers?
No. Well, yes.
Yes. No?
So it's a new design,
New design.
and there's men's shirts, women's shirts, sticker, and mug.
Mug.
Yeah.
A mug, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah. It's loading.
Show me.
It's loading.
Show us.
Oh,
Show the audience.
Have any internet? Hang on.
Just wait, everybody. He's
Gotta
going to show
reconnect
you.
to the internet.
He'll show you in a second. Reconnect to the internet. Refresh.
Is the internet down?
Refresh.
What's happening right now?
I don't know.
Is the internet down? Yeah, the internet's
I
down.
have Wi-Fi.
Do you though?
I don't know. Do I?
Oh yeah, I'm back. We're back.
He's back. We're back online.
We're
back.
back online. So it's
Back
it's
in the
June
saddle
themed.
again. June.
Yes, it's June themed.
Like from the Beatles song?
No, like the month.
Oh. Like the bug.
It's all inclusive.
All inclusive, like a hotel resort?
No, like a not ostracizing or being exclusive of people.
Oh, cool.
It's basically just as the Movie Men podcast, but it's all
got a
rainbow.
rainbow.
Yeah, and it's called Proud. It's our Proud shirts.
Neat.
So yeah, so we have two cool shirts, obviously available as a sticker, and the mug is bitchin' because it has a heart handle. You gotta admit that's a pretty cool mug.
It shows it. It doesn't look like the things on the mug.
Well, because you get what I mean.
Yeah, it
It's
wraps
wrapped
around. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
funny though. They've got it
So-
set up so you can see the heart, but the movie men thing is.
But
gonna
yeah,
be
so check out our
opposite
merch
the
listed
handle.
down below. Get your month of June Pride
feel like that'd be pretty ergonomic to
Gear.
hold that
In a nice way.
heart-shaped mug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buy yourself a heart-handled mug.
Normally like that. That's pretty
Yeah.
pretty good too. Yeah.
I'm not you sound like a professor of mugs right now. It is what it is.
You gotta, well, your missus is a potter. She
Yeah.
doesn't really make mugs, does she? My mother.
Yeah, she does.
Does she?
Oh yeah, she
My
makes a ton of
mother-in-law
mugs.
makes a lot of
Really
mugs, too.
nice mugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you should know a lot about mugs then.
Yeah.
Getting mugged.
What?
No?